Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to an exciting founder server Shenanigans video, guys, where we're in vEndor in Romulan space defending an armada and attacking armadas. Ourselves and Rog are at it again, so sit back guys and enjoy this battle of vEndor. So guys, this is one battle that the Ewoks did not turn up to. The wee guys on the server, they're not the biggest in the world, and I was talking to my friend Rogue Belly Dancer and we agreed, I think, that if the Ewoks had turned up, it would have maybe made a slight difference in this battle, maybe would have changed the outcome of this battle depending on who they would have sided with, but it didn't happen in this instance, guys, so we're going to crack on and see how Hom and Rog got on against each other. So guys, I just barely missed Phil in the centre of your screen there, taking out a Rog target. Phil was kicking some ass in this video today. He was, him and Psychosis were on the rampage all together. Hiltz put it up to us. Hiltz got me a few times and a few of the other guys. But a bunch of Rog turning up here, mid-30s. I'm one of the lower members taking part in this. Psychosis was on the tail of a lot of these guys here. Psychosis was taking out Lost Pinky a number of times, and fair play to Lost Pinky, and a wee shout out to him. He was throwing these ships out here like there's no tomorrow, constantly battering on, losing a lot of ships and a lot of repair costs for Pinky, so fair play to him for that. Barf unfortunately caught just in at the wrong spot there while Psychosis was on the tail of Pinky. And constantly assaulting this zone. Rog were constantly assaulting this zone. You can see our two flags are set there. There's a very slight time difference between them. But Hom were basically arriving in and occupying the zone. And Rog, very good with their time, and Rog were setting wave upon wave of attacks with Hiltz leading the charge. Pinky, one of the most active players in there, getting stuck in. Draconis with the old hiding behind the planet trick. Don't know if he was inactive there. I didn't see him doing too much during this battle. But like I say, guys, this battle took something in the region of 90 minutes to complete. Trying to record this on your phone, not ideal. I would have preferred to be sitting at BlueStacks and recording, because when you're driving and you've got a work day and you're trying to get it off sick and things like that, it's not ideal to be recording from the phone when you're mobile. But we got a wee bit of it, guys, and shout out to Psychosis there. Psychosis was on fire today. He took out a number of targets, constantly in as well. Fair repair costs for Psychosis, I'd imagine, in the process as well, and millions and millions of resources spent today, guys, in repairs, and we're okay with that. I'll come back to a little bit of that in a wee moment, but we're okay with spending them resources because this was quite a bit of fun. This is the best fun that I have certainly had with Armadas in a long time. You can see Phil below was getting stuck in there. This Armada is about to kick off very soon, but Unbuck is there getting hit by Billy. Now he went a wee bit quiet, left the ship idle in his Armada zone. So Billy hit him a wee whack there, and he's gonna go at him with this Bortus, and that presumably will be the end of Unbuck for the time being, and Hom dominate the zone for now. But like I said earlier, guys, Rog were coming at us in waves, timing their attacks very well coordinated as they usually are. But really it was almost like a capture the flag type deal going on. We've mentioned it before in other videos. We'd love to see capture the flag type events, and that's what this was like. I really enjoyed it. The downside to it, I think, is that there's not huge rewards at the moment for PvP when you're doing this kind of thing. These legends of the game, these guys are with their big ships are spending an awful lot on repair costs, myself included. 150k a pop easily on my Centurion there, 100k a pop on the Saladin. No problem. Losing multiple ships for this. You can see Hiltz is off there dashing his ship off somebody there. Pinky's in with Phil. Pinky's going to lose that one. Phil bossing the area there. Phil likes the rockets Burrell, but he's coming up there as well. You can see in his Sally, and Phil, another one that's on fire today, dominating the zone along with Psychosis and the Hum boys. A few of the guys missing, Amorgin and John, a few of the guys missed out on this. They'll be kicking themselves, but Shady and a few of the lads managed to join in there. My Centurion's rocking up right now, guys. Hiltz is after getting a tap there from Shady, and Phil actually. Phil lost out to Hiltz there. He won't be too pleased about that. Big congratulations to Hiltz, who is level 39 now. Shady's on his arse. Shady's going to take him out. And I'll not do much in this kind of situation against a ship like Hiltz has got there. But Hiltz has pushed on to the level cap, and congratulations to him for that. He done a fair bit of damage here today. Hiltz was the main MVP for ROG today. He was doing serious damage, took out numerous ships. If you're watching Hiltz, send me a screenshot of your battle log, of your list of your inbox of all the ships that you took out. I'd love to see what that looks like, because Hiltz done serious damage there today. One of the heavy hitters on the server, one of the very few that has hit the level cap at level 39, which he done there recently. Now some of the guys are holding off there at the high 30s, mid 30s. I'm personally holding off at level 29 for a little while to be able to complete dailies and stuff like that. Not afraid to throw my Centurion in against Hiltz there and dash it off his windscreen. Didn't do too much damage there, I wouldn't imagine, but letting him know that that it's all for one and one for all kind of business here when you're dealing with the Hum boys. And 7 and 9 rocking up with his Burrell and putting a bit of manners on Hiltz with that Saladin. So fair play to the guys. This was all very, very enjoyable. Like I say, guys, this was very, very exciting to switch on the phone and see that there was stuff like this going down, and seeing all of the lads throw the shoulder to the wheel and get stuck in. It enriched the experience to a fair degree. It's the most exciting Armada that I have done so far, in what has been a very, very disappointing form of content that were released by Scopely, but we'll not get too much into that, because today was all about ROG and Hum finding another reason to get stuck into each other. There's animosity between people in these two alliances, as we've mentioned before, but a lot of ROG have departed and started to join Can. I mentioned Belly at the start. A lot of ex-ROG going into Can. There's no rules in terms of ceasefires and all of that with Hum for Can, so some of them personal preference go out and hit miners, some of them will go out and base you, but all ex-ROG. And this wouldn't be the first time that an alliance has been formed out of former ROG members, but it was all ROG today. The Can boys didn't show up, and this is presumably because it's alliance based, that there's no point in the Can boys showing up, because ROG are benefiting only from this. So this is the way we like it. We don't like any of this bullshit that we get with an alliance turning up like Can, pretending that they're all different and all, but really like it's the same people who formed ROG in the first place forming another alliance, and letting things sit for a couple of weeks, pretending like they've nothing to do with ROG, and then they're all of a sudden out defending them and playing with them again. There are friends there between ROG and Can, I'm sure, and there are people who don't know what's going on, but we know what's going on. This is a rerun of the Sith, with some people just who don't want to play nice, and that's fair enough. Their day will be coming as well. We've seen it happen before, but again, I don't want to get too much into that. We'll cover another bit of the ROG Hum politics stuff on the server in another video if you guys want. Suffice to say that today was a very enjoyable experience with a lot of RSS wasted, and to say wasted, it's maybe a bit strong for some people, but it was certainly a lot of RSS was thrown into the pot by a variety of different players from Hum and from ROG there today. It was very welcome. I wasn't even watching to see how much I was losing, because it was just that enjoyable taking part, and it was all about not conceding the ground to ROG when I logged into it. I don't know who hit first, and it doesn't really matter in these situations, because it turned out very well and very enjoyable, and there are people now talking about maybe doing this again, and it would be nice to see, and this is probably what was intended originally in the game, was to be able to do this kind of thing, that people will be defending their Armada space and things like that. And Rog done a fair job of it, and we done a fair job of it, but in the end, it was a base that was like at about 40% strength, that had no real rewards worth talking about. It was all for pride, it was all for the fact that we don't want to be the losers. Rog don't want to be the losers. It's Rog versus Hum, and the two sides will just slug it out, and the cuts will go deep sometimes, and they appreciate that. But this was fun today, and if any of the Rog guys are watching, leave your comments below, guys, and let me know how you feel. It certainly has created a wee bit of a buzz within Hum, and they've got a taste for it, and they want a little bit more. So this capture the flag type of event, it works. All we would ask, I suppose, is to make it worth it for people to waste all of their RSS. Now, of course, Scopely want you wasting your RSS. Scopely want you spending all of your titanium and your dilithium and your speed ups, because it's when you waste it all, then you're going to have to go and find it somewhere else, and ultimately that's going to mean people are going to spend money. Now, Armada directives is another one that we'll come to at a later video, maybe, in terms of how easy it is to get rare Armada directives compared to uncommon and stuff like that. We've already called for our directives to be made slightly easier to get, so that we can do this kind of activity on a more regular basis, enrich the server, enliven things a wee bit. And the ideas that we were talking about there today after this, I was toying with the idea that this would be ideal for an event where it's Alliance v Alliance, an Alliance leaderboard event, Alliance v Alliance. When you go up against an Alliance, the winner gets huge bonuses to make it really, really worth it, or maybe not huge, but marginally better than the bog standard stuff that we see. And the loser will maybe get to recoup something like 50% of the RSS lost from having so many ships destroyed. So something like that's the idea is knocking about. We ultimately won the day on this one today, guys. Our persistence is probably legendary at this stage. We have a couple of people, like I said before, they're quite they're maniacs. They're quite defiant and quite persistent and quite stubborn. So Rog eventually gave up on trying to win that target. I threw out a couple of directives, 100 directives. Wasn't sure if Rog were going to turn up, and as it turned out, they didn't. They'd given up at that stage. So we won the day and held that Armada target, and we're looking very much forward to being able to replicate this at a future date. I'll need to go and restock on my RSS because I lost a lot of titanium today. Like I said, millions and millions and millions spent. That'll put a smile on Scopely's face when the founders are going out and spending millions on repairs getting stuck into each other. So maybe look at it from a player point of view, and make it so that we can do this on a more regular basis, and allow us to get stuck into Rog more often with these type of events, with rewards that are worth it, that are replacing at least some of our RSS lost through repairs. And maybe on the next occasion Rog will win the day, or somebody else will win the day, and if I'm around to record that, I'll be happily doing a video and showing off how the others perform as well, guys. No fear in that. So the Rog guys, shout out to you. Don't be too salty about this. We're all friends and all enemies going way back now. So let's hope we've got PvP events coming soon. Whether that's with epic directives or not, I don't know. I doubt it. That's probably going to be more for just a higher level tier Armada again. But let's hope that the PvP, when it comes in, is going to, like I said, enrich and enliven this server. So I'm nearly done here, guys. Battle log is there. Check out how Decius performed in the early rounds to the later rounds. Certainly you're under a winner with him in these Armadas. And until the next video, guys, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and I'll chat to you all again very soon. Cheers.